Hi viewers. Continuation. Anna. Okay, right. Hi viewers. This is Dr. Bitla, English faculty. Welcome to our channel. As usual, first let us see vocabulary part, some of the words, and then let us go into the detailed grammar part 2. And as you know that vocabulary is the heart of the language, so that let us see some of the words which are very important, because word power is very important for the language. So that the words which I have written here, right? Ridicule, and most of you people know that what is ridicule. Ridicule is a verb. At the same time, ridiculous is noun. Ridiculous is meaningless, disorder. So when you see that ridiculous, the word is meaningless, and here ridicule is rebuking someone else, or scolding someone else, humiliating someone else. So that the word which gives here different meanings here. Let us see here. Rebuke somebody, okay. At the same time, you can see what I said, humiliate also, or scold somebody else. So when you take the noun part, ridiculous, that is meaningless and disorder. And when you come to this point here, ridicule is rebuking somebody else, humiliating somebody else, not honoring somebody else, disorder, honoring somebody else. So when the words actually are very important for us, only using ridicule is not right so important here. At the same time, synonyms are also used here. And I'll give you one example for you all. So he ridiculed the employee, okay. He ridiculed the employee. What does it mean here? Humiliated. Why he humiliated? Humiliating means here avamaninchadam, scolding or rebuking, tittadam. So that here the person ridiculed the employee. So that అతను అవమానించాడని చెప్తున్నాం. సో అవమానించాడనే సందర్భంలో మనం ఈ యొక్క వర్డ్ ఉపయోగిస్తాం. సో ఇన్సల్ట్ ఈజ్ జనరల్లీ వి యూస్. సో ఇన్సల్టింగ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఎ కైండ్ ఆఫ్, but when you use the ridicule, it is more powerful to you. So that use the ridicule when in case of humiliating the people. At the same time, ensconced, really the person ensconced at the place. What is ensconced place here? Fixed, firmly fixed at particular place. Otherwise, comfortably settled down. The person is comfortably settled down over the place. So that is called ensconce. Instead of settled down, instead of fixed firmly at particular place, we can say here ensconce. So that ensconce meaning is here fixed at particular place or settled down at particular place. So that we can see that here fixed, okay, fixed at place firmly, okay. Firmly means, what is firmly? Strongly. So is comfortably settled over there. So in the meaning of that here, comfortably settled over there, when you use ensconce word, that indicates your word power. So that not only English language, any language, words only make you better person, and words only make you better communicator. So here we see that here two words, ridicule is one is humiliation. At the same time, we see that your ensconce also, it is about fixed at a particular place and who settles down there. And then idiosyncratic person. This is actually the psychological term. Idiosyncratic person. We can say the person is totally idiosyncratic. What is kind of person? Is an idiot? No, is not an idiot. But what do you say about it? But psychologically, some peculiar person, we can say. Generally, this is used for the negative touch of word, like. So that the person who is particularly peculiar from somebody or some people. There are many people. He is peculiar in behavior. He is peculiar in his attitude. He is peculiar in his way of talking, whatever it is. So that here idiosyncratic is here the person who is individually different. Right here the peculiar person. So that the meaning of this is here peculiar. Or you can say that individually different person. Individually different, of course. So that here idiosyncratic means here the person who is peculiar. That means from many people he is out of the box, like. Right here the person is recognized, is so and so person. But generally this kind of psychological term is taken for the negative touch of the words. It is not for the positive touch of the words, so that you can understand when you see any person who is psychologically not good is an idiosyncratic person. So that recluse. So here you can see the recluse. Recluse also is, you can say here, the person who lives in solitude. I think all of you know that here. Living in solitude. What is solitude and what is loneliness? Loneliness and solitude is different. The people who are lonely, they feel stressed, they feel depressed, they feel that here nobody is caring to them, nobody is talking to them, and they want somebody's help to them, like, so they expect something from other people when the people feel loneliness. But when the people feel solitude means here the person is away from the world and stays away from the people and sits at one corner and thinks about his intellectual, with his intellectual brain, talks himself and introspects himself, antarmadhanam cheskoni, then he would like to find out something over. So that the person who is away from the world and sits alone have two meanings here. One is loneliness, one is solitude. Loneliness is negative word and solitude is positive word. Here we can see recluse, actually you can take it as a positive word. Means here the solitude, living in solitude. The person who lives in solitude means here it is for the constructive purpose. Constructively, we can say constructively lives. Constructively lives. The person who lives constructively alone, he lives alone, but he is not lonely person. He has some other persons in his right mind and he would like to work for society, he would like to work for his writings maybe, he would like to work for any kind of constructive activities. Those kind of people are called solitude. The people who spend lot of time with the books and research and doing some constructive activities for their career and all, those kind of people are called recluse persons, like not reckless person. Reckless again different. Reckless means here careless, who doesn't care anyone, that is reckless. But here we see recluse, the person who is totally solitude, he will be away from the people, but he would like to do something for the betterment of himself and the society also. And let us see one more word, penetrate. Penetrate, right? Moving forcefully, right? You can say the penetrating something outside. So somebody is coming very forcefully towards it, and forcefully some action is done. That's called penetrate. Especially you can see the missionaries are penetrating into the walls, and the walls totally collapsed because of missions. So we can see here penetrate is intrude, we can say. One more word we can say for this, intrude. Intrude means chochukupodu. When the thing is forcefully moving forward, so that is called penetrating. At the same time intrude, and intrude is a word that intruders, generally this word is used the person who comes into other places illegally. So at the borders, Pakistan border or some borders here, intruders are there. Without any permission of anyone, they come into the field. Forcefully they come into the other field of the nation. The same time you can see penetrate also, it moves forward with force. So that whichever that is, it may be a metal or some other thing like that also, it is penetrate, moving forward. And sabotage, you can see here sabotage, nothing other than a great damage deliberately done. That means here a great destruction deliberately done. So we can see this kind of destructions from the people who don't care the society, who don't care anyone, they themselves would like to commit self-bombers, and self-bombers, they are going to die themselves, and they kill others also. So these kind of people sabotage. In this case we can say sabotage means destructing the things deliberately. So destructing the things deliberately here. So that you understand, I think, destructing something deliberately, deliberate action. It's not unknowingly. Generally we see that here suicide bombers are there, right? People they know that they would be died, but what is there here? They say that here I am going to die for somebody else here. Deliberately some destructive activities are there. At the time you can use sabotage. There is a great sabotage when the attack took place on Parliament and some other right hotels in Mumbai and Delhi. So like the sabotage is a great damage, right, in the view of destruction of anything, knowingly, deliberately, అంటే కావాలని చేసినటువంటిది. You can see here, right, abdicate. What is abdicate? So we would see that in the past, in Indian scenario, Sonia Gandhi, for example, let us say Sonia Gandhi, when they had full majority, even they had full majority, Sonia Gandhi would not be the Prime Minister of India. Manmohan Singh became right Prime Minister of India. So at the time, voluntarily, when the people leave the throne, the power, even there is a chance to them to become so and so, but voluntarily they leave that position to somebody else. For example, Chief Minister position is there. Even the person is able to become Chief Minister also, he left it to somebody else. Prime Minister Sonia Gandhi, for example, she wanted to be Prime Minister, but because of some reasons and rumors, she didn't want to be like. So that Manmohan Singh became Prime Minister. Even there is a chance of becoming, right, so and so position. For example, Managing Director or Director. There is a position to become so and so position or designation also. People who leave voluntarily the throne, so that means here we can say abdicating. So that people abdicate some positions voluntarily, అంటే కావాలని వాళ్ళ స్వచ్ఛందంగా వాళ్ళ యొక్క పదవుల్ని వదులుకునే వాళ్ళని అబ్డికేటింగ్ అంటారు. సో దట్ అబ్డికేట్ ఈజ్ ఎ వర్బ్ హియర్. సో దట్ వాట్ యు సే, leaving a position or throne knowingly or voluntarily. Okay, so they want to, right, leave the position for somebody's sake. That is one thing. So all of you know this. Actually this word is really funny. Khalas, Callous. Khalas in Hindi, khalas means finish, khalas. But khalas here is different case. The person who does not care anyone's feelings, he does not care about anything, he thinks about himself. So that the people, that kind of people are called khalas kind of people. Don't believe him, he is really such a kind of khalas candidate. So that when you are giving some adjective to somebody else, khalas, so that means as you know that here, who does not care anyone's feeling or any sympathy also. He does not show any sympathy or empathy towards anyone. So that kind of people, okay, who does not care anyone's feelings. Okay, anyone's feelings. So that he wants to be himself. Something happened to the people also, doesn't care, he doesn't go and meet anyone, just only simply he wants to be right there itself and move forward. Like here, venial. So what is venial? Venial is minute. Okay, minute means very simple one. So that venial kind of offense means here neram, a crime. When you see that crime, this is venial kind of things. That's called pardonable offense. Pardonable offense means here the offense can be excused. అంటే ఒక తప్పు చేసినప్పుడు కొన్ని తప్పులు ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే క్షమార్హంగా ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని తప్పులు క్షమించదగినవిగా ఉంటాయి. అంటే వేనియల్ అనే మీనింగ్లో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాం, we can right pardon the person. So it's a silly mistake అనుకోండి, ఆ silly mistake can be excused. So that venial also the thing here, understand, it is very silly mistake can be right pardoned. So that pardonable offense, right, and nonchalant. I think most of you might have understood this here. Nonchalant is a nonchalant kind of person. So nonchalant kind of person means, what is nonchalant kind of person? Is cool, relaxed. Even whatever it comes to his face, or whatever it comes to his name, so he doesn't care about anything. Relaxed, always relaxed. In all conditions, the person who is relaxed and cool, those kind of people are called here nonchalant. So that cool and relaxed persons. So that I hope you understand what actually the right verb means here. So by this, for this week, I mean to say, for this video, let us end this right words, and let us see some more words in the other other videos also. And before that, let us see some other grammar concerned and personal development concerned programs. If you like the video, comment and like, and comment in the comment section. I'll clarify in the next video also. At the same time, subscribe our channel. Thank you.